इंसान का फेस दिखे। आपकी आवाज बहुत थोड़ी आ रही है।
So guys, today we'll have to start explanation, explaining unit number 3. And this is unit number 3 and words to know are difficult words.
Assalamualaikum sir.
First one is emporium. And the next is engineer, handset, brought, invented. So emporium means, as I had told you, a large superstore, okay? A super engineer is a person who knows that how machine works and he works and fix them. And the next is handset. As I have told you that handset is what a part of the telephone, okay, where there you will have a mic and a speaker, and just by the use of the mic you will send your voice, okay, or you will speak and you will listen to what the speaker. And broadest mean when you poke somebody with your finger or anything that is pointed, okay. Vented mean when something stops working or drop the connectivity or connection. So sorry, wrong number is I had told you that in this entire lesson is all about what? The telephone connection and their first experience, that how they experienced their first day of the telephone and their connection, and all these things. And when they what? When the telephone was connected in their house or till evening, nobody has called them just for fun and just for excitement. Whenever, okay, all of three, whenever they pass by the telephone, they just pick up the telephone, hello, hello. They do this, okay, and then what? Once again, replace the handset and then go. So this was somehow a great source of excitement and pleasure for them all. They were really excited to see the telephone, and it was somehow at that time a thing, okay, that you can show off with, or you will feel what? Boostful or somehow proud when you have all these things, the telephone connection in your home. So, dear students, same was the situation of Mr. Kamal and their family. And but when evening arrived, so the wrong numbers they started, and most of the colors, around about 15 colors, were there for the emporium, okay, for the superstore, or for the equity, somehow a large store, a department store you can call it. That most of the clients, they were demanding their orders, that they had placed the orders, but still the orders, they were not what delivered. And one person called, and the person was that he was inquiring about the movie, that when will it start. And that person, according to Mr. Kamal, was just going to deceive his missus because he hadn't purchased any ticket of the cinema, but he was going to what, to deceive his missus that I had bought the tickets for the cinema, or for the movie, but the film hadn't or hasn't started yet. So he was somehow very intelligent boy, okay. So that was the thing, my boys, and now we're coming towards the explanation. Sorry, wrong number. Mr. Kamal was pleased. He had waited for a telephone connection for many months, and now at last he had one. The engineers arrived in the morning. They fitted to a tiny black box in the wall and connected a few cables to a tall pole outside the house. What a lot of noise they made. So in this small paragraph, you are told about the arrival of the engineers for the purpose that they will what? They will fix the telephone and give them the connection from the pole, okay, the pole outside. And they met a lot of noise, but that noise was not annoying, okay, that was not somehow a source of trouble for the Kamals. They were not feeling bad, okay, and Kamal was really excited. Kamal was pleased. The word pleased mean Kamal was happy. Kamal was happy. Pleased mean happy, excited. Okay, he was somehow overjoyed. He was excited. Kamal was excited. Connection. He had waited for a telephone connection since long. Since long, that person had waited for the telephone connection. So it was over there in that time, okay, that most of the people, whenever they wanted to have a connection of the telephone, so maybe it was a routine, okay, of that time, that they will have to go and give an application, and after that they will have to wait for months for the what? For the telephone what? For the telephone connection. For the telephone connection. And at last, he had waited for many months, but now the engineers, they had arrived to fix it, okay, to fit a tiny box and to give them the telephone set and fix it over there, okay, and fit it over there on in the wall and connect a few cables to a tall pole outside the house. And what a lot of noise they made. So in this paragraph, we are told that the engineers arrived and they fitted a tiny box, black box over there, okay, and they connected a few cables to a tall pole outside the house, and along with that, they connected what? All these wires to the telephone set, and they made a lot of noise. A lot mean much more, much more. Lot mean much more, okay, and connect mean to connect something, to join something, okay. Cables mean wires, wires as electric wires, as you see. And the word fitted means to fit, to fix, okay. Tiny means small. The word tiny means small. I think that is small. And pole means that is somehow a tall pillar-like thing, where in Pakistan you will see that the electric wires are over there, okay, and running over there, and you will also see that the telephone lines are also over there in the poles. But Mr. Kamal did not mind. He made the engineers cups of tea and helped them when he could. Mr. Kamal was really happy. He was not going to mind the noise. He was not going to mind the noise. He was not minding the noise. He was not what? Even thinking about the noise, that they are making noise. They are somehow troublesome, because he was really excited, and in that excitement, sorry, he had forgotten about the noise. He had forgotten about the panic. He made the engineers cups of tea and helped them when he could. And he entertained the engineers, okay, with cups of teas and many other things, and he helped them wherever it was possible for him. It was possible for him. So after the engineers had gone, Mr. Kamal said and gazed lovingly to the at the smart new telephone in the hall, and he could hardly wait for his wife and son to get home. Now, Mr. Kamal, he was what? He was so much excited, he was so much happy, that when the engineers left, had gone mean when they had gone, when they had left, they had gone, okay, back to their center or to their exchange, you can call, okay. When the engineers, they went back, they get away, they left the home, Mr. Kamal sat over there, okay. Sat means second form of sit. So he sat over there and gazed. To gaze means to stare someone, to look someone. okay, or just to fix your eyes upon someone or something. To fix your eyes upon someone or something. That is called gaze. He was just staring at the telephone set, okay, lovingly, with love, with so much affection. He was just what? He was staring or gazing at the telephone set, at the smart new telephone in the hall. And he was sitting over there in the hall and he was now looking towards the telephone, okay? And he could hardly wait for his wife and son to get home. And he was so much excited that he was unable to wait. Hardly mean unable, or scarcely you can call. Just it was somehow hard for him. It was tough for him to wait for the family to return. Okay, family means wife and son. It was somehow very hard for him that he will wait till the arrival of his son and wife. Okay, so he was unable to wait for them. And he just sat over there and gazed lovingly, lovingly, with love. He was gazing over there, okay, to the smart telephone in the hall. Mr. Kamal picked up the phone and put it to his ear, and he was so much excited that he just acted like someone has called him. Acted like mean just he was showing off. Okay. Mr. Kamal picked up the receiver, okay, picked up the handset and okay, and put it to his ear and put it over here to his ear. And what he did now? Hello, hello. He said, yes, it's Kamal here. How nice of you to call. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you quite clearly. Pardon, thank you. So that was the thing, guys, that he was just acting like someone has what called him. Someone has called him. So these things, the gestures, the expressions, they show that how much excited he was, how much happy he was for the telephone. Okay, so that is why he was just what making the parody calls you can call. Okay, he was acting like someone has called him. That is the thing. And pick up mean when you pick up something or the receiver or the handset of the phone. Okay, and then there is a word that is pardon. Pardon me, forgive, or excuse me. You can call it. Okay, excuse me. And the next is clearly. The word clearly mean a thing that is very clear. Then when there is no ambiguity, when there is no doubt, when there is no confusion, it means that thing is clear. And the word quite clear mean completely clear. The word quite clear mean completely clear. So Mr. Kamal, he expresses as we normally do while we what receive a call. Okay, we receive a call. We normally do. Oh yeah, I can hear clearly, quite clearly. So that was the thing. He acted like there's somebody has called him, and Mr. Kamal put down the handset and smiled. And just Mr. Kamal put down the receiver, the handset, as the call has finished, okay, or the call has dropped, or their conversation is over. So he put down the handset, okay, and smiled, and he smiled with himself. He was acting like that somebody has called him, okay. So he received the phone. Hello, hello, yeah, did Kamal with you? Yes, Kamal, I can hear you quite clearly. And then after that, he took out his handkerchief and polished it until it glistened. And then from the pocket, he what? He took out handkerchief. Handkerchief is made of cloth. Okay, as you can ask your moms and dads, they will tell you better. Okay, and then uh, as if you have any tissue paper. Okay, so handkerchief in the past times. Okay, it was just like the tissue papers. Okay, today nobody use handkerchief of that cloth. People use this that paper towels and all these things. So he took out the handkerchief from his pocket and polished the handset, okay, and the entire telephone set. And he polished the set until it shined. The word glisten means to shine. The word glisten mean what? To shine. So he polished it. He what? He polished it until it shined. And when his wife and son Nadir came home, Mr. Kamal showed off the new telephone. So when both of them they returned, they came back home. Okay, Mr. Kamal, he was once again showing off them the telephone, the new telephone. Okay, he was showing them off. Okay, and once again he was acting like somebody has called. The evening came. The evening came. Okay, so in that very excitement, that very situation, they were feeling somehow elated. They were feeling great to have the telephone. The entire family was excited. The evening came, the telephone had remained silent. Till the evening, nobody has called them, okay, or had called them. You can remain silent mean that no ring, no call. As you know that when we what? When we put our mobile in silent mode, then we cannot listen or hear anything. So the telephone had remained silent. The telephone was silent till the evening, but that had not stopped the Kamals from picking it up whenever they passed by. But the telephone was stopped, but no, they were not stopped. They were continuously, they were what? They were doing what? They were going and picking up the handset and acting like someone had called them. Hello? Okay, they will do what? They will go over there. Hello? Assalamu alaikum? Yes, they will what? They will replace the handset there. And then they will do what? Hello? So that was their routine for the first day. Okay. Nobody had called them, but each and every person, whenever they go by the telephone, they pass by the telephone, they will do what? They will pick up the handset. Hello? They will pick up the handset. Hello? So that was somehow a new thing, a new idea. And that time, that the people, okay, they were really excited to have it. It was somehow a source or a thing that you can show off with. You can tell the people, oh, I'm so rich and I have so much facilities that I have a telephone in my home. So that was somehow a great thing in that time, a great development. And they would say what? Hello, they would say, and then carefully replace the handset. They will just say hello, and then after saying hello, they will go and replace the handset, okay, from where they had picked it up. So that was the thing, boys. Okay, that the first day till evening it was quiet, but they were not quiet. They were time and again going and coming and picking up the handset and then replacing it. The entire day they were having this routine, going and coming and going and picking up the phone and say hello and then replacing. Later, when they were all sitting down to dinner, okay, later on when they were all on the dinner table, they were having their dinner, the phone rang, the phone started to ring. Okay, the phone started to ring. Rang means second form of ring. The entire story is in the past indefinite, past perfect tense. The phone rang, burr, burr, burr. All these things are the ring, 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 ring. All these things, the rings. Went the telephone, so the telephone was going on to ring. Okay, it was going on like that. So this was the first telephone call. This was the first telephone call. So boys, if you have any question, this is I think enough, and we will do the rest tomorrow. If anything that is difficult, any word, I'm over here to explain. Any word. To fit mean to fix, okay, and connection, you know, to connect, okay, cables and wires to the pole and to the telephone set. And they made mean a second form of make, to build something or to make something. And to mind mean to not to become opposite, okay. And then lovingly mean with love, gaze mean to stare someone, to look or watch someone just what with full attention, and love. And the next is hardly mean when something is hard to do. And then the next word can be pardon. Pardon means to forgive or to say sorry or excuse me. And quite clearly mean very clear, okay, completely clear, okay. Handkerchief, as I had told you that it was made of cloth, as we have tissues over here today. And glisten mean to shine, to shine. And remain silent mean anything is silent, unexpressive, no expression. And pick up the phone, as you know, pick up the phone to receive the call or to pick something up. And to replace mean to what? To place it from where they had what picked up. So that was the thing, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me. And if you have any question, you can ask me. And if you don't have any question, then goodbye and laugh. No question? Okay, have a good day.